Good afternoon, everyone. You've got this look on your faces that I've seen more than a few times before, and it's a look that says, "You are the last thing between me and happy hour." So if you're not going to be good, at least be quick. I'm going to try to be a little bit of both here. I do my work at what I call the geek-suit interface. And I'm probably going to overuse the word geek a lot because it gets at the heart of what's going on these days in the business world. And I mean it as a term of praise. A geek is someone who loves to dive deeply into some kind of usually fairly technical problem and make progress on it. Their work is extraordinarily important. And it's often a little bit hard to explain to the suits, to the people who are actually trying to run organizations and improve them. So I do a lot of my work at that interface between the geeks and the suits. And every once in a while, there's a development that comes out of geek world that is so fundamental and powerful that it really does need to be broadcast to the suits loud, clear, repeatedly. So last fall, my colleague Eric Brynjolfsson and I, one of the great business and economic and technology geeks is my colleague Eric, he and I wrote an article in Harvard Business Review about this phenomenon called big data. And I've really never seen this happen before. The instant that issue hit the newsstands, the switchboard lit up. And Eric and I started getting a lot of calls from organizations like yours saying, "Fantastic, get over here and explain this big data thing to us." And so for the past more than half a year, it's been a lot of fun working with management groups and organizations and different kinds of leadership team to try to convey what's going on with this phenomena, why it is actually not just hype from the technology industry, why it's not just another buzz phrase. When you have a big enough body of data and your geeks are good enough to tease the meaning out of it, you can have this level of improvement in your crystal ball and your ability to look into the future with a lot more accuracy and run your operation much more smoothly. I can't think of an industry that's farther away from commercial aviation than Hollywood, than rolling out a movie and trying to see how well it's going to do at the box office. But here again, an accurate prediction is actually a really valuable thing to have. You'd love to know how much money your movie is going to make. It has been historically almost impossible to predict well, except now it turns out that if you listen to that fire hose of tweets of people talking about what movie they're excited to see, what movie they just saw, did they like it or not, if you do that and just do some basic sentiment analysis, did this person seem to like the movie based on their tweet or dislike it, you can get a very accurate signal about how well the movie is going to do, and this is a nice little wrinkle, whether or not it's going to fade quickly after its opening weekend. It turns out if you throw enough marketing money at a movie, you can have a decent opening weekend. If the movie really stinks, it's hard to fool that many people, and it'll drop off quickly. So if you walk out of the theater going, "Wow, that stunk," and people do that in large numbers, that's a great indication the movie's going to tail off very quickly. Nothing else gives you that good a signal. So when we walk very far away from running an airline and talk about trying to run a movie studio, we see the same phenomenon going on.